Just hours after his inauguration, President Trump said he wants to get to the bottom of those mystery drones that popped up around the country. Many of them, seen up and above New Jersey, the East Coast. He thinks the Biden administration knew more about the sightings than they explained. And he promised to release a report on the drones within a day of taking office. Nick's back with more on this one. Nick, what exactly is the president saying about these drones?
Marky, good morning. The president said he would look into it. We may not get new details on those mysterious drone sightings that happened up and down the East Coast today, but Mr. Trump put Chief of Staff Susie Wiles on the case. He promised to look into drone reports from November and December and where any investigation into them currently stands. But when reporters questioned him in the Oval Office for that day one update, he said he'd deliver. Mr. Trump looked to Wiles to find some answers.
I would like to find out what it is and tell the people. Yeah, why don't we find out immediately? I can't imagine it's an enemy, or there would have been, people would have gotten blown up all over. Maybe they were testing things. I don't know why they wouldn't have said what it was. They had a lot of them flying over Bedminster, which is interesting.
Now, in December, there were reported drone sightings near the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, across that state, and in Pennsylvania, New York, and Connecticut. The unexplained drones and endless concerns from the public prompted the FAA to issue temporary drone bans over New Jersey and parts of New York. And reports of sightings declined rapidly, but President Trump believes there are still questions left unanswered.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Been some strange sightings over Fresno the past few days. One is a confirmed unidentified flying object caught on camera.
Friday morning while you were sleeping, our Fox 26 tower camera caught this light in the sky just after 4 a.m. As our camera pulls back, the light appears to be over downtown Fresno.
Where you see that object move at the clip that it moves, and then it's hovering again. That's very interesting, and no, we don't get a whole lot of those. That one I would probably actually give an unknown classification to, which is a UFO. I'm not sure what distance we're looking at there. It wasn't light speed or anything like that, but that is awfully fast.
4 days later, another strange sighting over Fresno.
Do you have any drone activity? Just got a report of a drone.
The tower then reports to pilots in the area a drone was spotted near 41 in Herndon. It was flying at roughly 3,000 feet.
Correct. It was like a white object. I just lost it right now.
Police are investigating a mass shooting at a funeral home in Towson, Maryland, that sent 9 people to the hospital and left 1 person dead. This all happened just last night. Police say once on the scene, they discovered a car flipped over and on fire. It's unclear if that car crash is related to the shooting.
From Metro Police, who just gave us a little bit of detail of what happened inside that high school at about 11 o'clock this morning local time. They say a 17-year-old student, a male, walked into the cafeteria of Antioch High School and fired several gunshots with a pistol. 2 students were hit, 1 killed, as you guys mentioned, another student right now at the hospital in stable condition.
Just shooting, and then we was all running, and so I tried to help people who was falling on the ground, and the shooter was in the front of the cafeteria, just shooting up, and we ran out the side door.
So you were in the room, the same room as the shooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the cafeteria.
That must have been scary. Was adrenaline kicking in?
It was a bit of rush. I tried to help somebody while I was running out, trying to save myself too, on the girls on the ground. Then we ran out the side door. I thought I was gonna get shot, but I ran out of there quick.
Okay. Yeah, so you were helping people that were also running out. Were people scrambling over each other? Were teachers in there? What were the people in there?
It was a dean. They was trying to also help people and run out there at the same time too, trying to save as much as they can.
Did you see the shooter?
No, but it was like his face was covered, I think. It was like a flash.
Okay. And did you see anyone get shot?
I saw a couple people get shot in the front. It's sad.
Mama, as you're hearing
need
this,
some therapy, yeah.
No, and he's so young too. to hear this.
Never seen this in actual life. And I'm from Chicago, of course, it happens all the time, but he's born here, never saw this. He shouldn't have to, you shouldn't have to go through this at school. So hopefully, like I said, security will be put in place.
He was a sweet boy, like, he really didn't cause any problems. He came to class on time, he did his work quietly and would finish and mind his business. He was in ROTC, I believe, like he was one of those kids who just did his work. So it was really unexpected. Honestly, it was just hard to comprehend, and then I got word, like noted while I was in the closet, that he killed himself. And I was just like, I wonder like what all this was for, because again, he was nothing but a sweet boy.
I'm just feeling really sad. I really love this app.
Why would they take this app from the girls?
This app truly saved me.
TikTokers have feared this moment for a long time.
Where are you?
And it's finally here. TikTok has gone dark in the US. When I open the app up on my phone, it says, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now, and goes on to say a law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Which is part of the story. TikTok's Chinese owners have also had the option for the last 9 months to sell it to a US buyer, and they haven't. And so this ban has taken effect as scheduled. Users are disappointed, but they are also pretty optimistic that President-elect Donald Trump will come to the rescue. He has said that he is likely to grant a 90-day reprieve to TikTok, but the question is whether that will pass legal muster. What's next for TikTok? It's not clear, but users certainly hope that it's not the end of the platform here in the US.
TikTok is back. You know, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I like it. I had a slightly good experience, wouldn't you say?
Good afternoon, my lovely butterflies. This is the Awakened Butterfly, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please stay for the entire video or check out some of my existing content. If you enjoy this type of content, please don't hesitate to subscribe. Welcome and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to my day ones. I really appreciate all of your love and support. And welcome to all of my newcomers. I really appreciate all of your love and support as well. I pray that you all are continuing to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. And as always, the love and support that you guys show me on this channel is always greatly appreciated. I thank the Most High Yah for you guys, because without you, through the works of Him, there would be no Awakened Butterfly on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Guys, as you can tell by the title, we're about to get into a very serious topic today. And I want to talk to you guys about the shift that I feel has taken place. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. You know, there is something taking place on earth that is so dominant at this time. And there is a sudden shift in the universe that is causing some mysterious things to take place. And if you think about it, guys, things haven't been the same since 2020. In 2020 alone, guys, we experienced something so shocking and devastating that many of us are still trying to heal from the scars of deep-rooted pain caused by a series of tragic events that took place in the year 2020. During that time, many of us lost our jobs, we lost our homes, and even worse, a decline in our mental, physical, and spiritual health. And many even lost their lives. And you know, it seems that there's a subconscious sense of awareness that occurred during that time that struck many of us. And during that time, it caused many of us to see things for what they really were instead of what we used to perceive them to be. And we also, for many of us, let go of clinging to traditional beliefs due to what others have told us, whether it was from our family or other people that were close to us. You know, it's like we kind of broke out of a certain indoctrination, many of us have. And you know, the shift that has taken place is so bold in its presence at this time, guys. You can't help but realize that it's all taking place from a spiritual standpoint. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can feel it. You can feel it in your spirit that something is taking place all around us, to the point to where you don't feel the same anymore. You don't see things the same anymore. It's just changed the way that you perceive things and the way that you live and the way that you think completely. You know, there are a lot of false prophets in the church, even a lot of online ministries that are deceiving God's people, feeding the people in the church ear-tickling lies, you know, telling people what they want to hear in order to get in their wallets, while simultaneously leading them further from God by telling them that it's okay to worship false idols, to participate in these paganistic holidays, to participate in same-sex marriages and polygamy. These are things that many pastors and people on, you know, that have online ministries feel very uncomfortable with discussing, because they feel that they're going to offend someone, and they're more worried about offending someone than speaking to them God's truth. And these are false prophets. If people are more concerned with popularity, with views, with likes, with monetary gain, instead of preaching God's word, this is deception. Also, guys, things like confrontation and war amongst nations, the war between Israel and the Palestinians, you know, things of that nature that are taking place, is not only affecting the people of the government, you know, whatever they're going through that is causing them to go through war, it's affecting everyone. And there's a lot, and when I mean affect the people of the government, I'm not meaning as in them going through the same misfortunes and mishaps as we do. I mean as them not coming to an agreement with other nations to the point to where they feel a need to start a war. No one's thinking about us, the people. Also, with a lot of the natural disasters and famines that are taking place in the world, you know, leaving people in need of food, water, shelter, and resources. And with all the money circulating in the world, you would feel that these things will be tackled immediately. Also, guys, it seems to be an epidemic of evil and lawlessness taking place in the world today. Now, don't get me wrong. Evil has always existed and weird things have always happened. But it seems that now evil is existing at an all-time high. You know, there's a lot of unnecessary unalivings going on. A lot of harm being done to one another. And it just seems as if nobody has a heart for anyone or anything anymore. It seems that many people have no remorse, no dignity, no self-respect, no respect for other people. It just seems that everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people in the world are lashing out, and they're not only hurting other people, but they're hurting themselves as well. And guys, this is very unnatural to me. You know, I have a son that is in college, and he called home today, and he told me that a school that's 25 minutes away from his, there was 2 young ladies that were unalived, and the person who unalived them, he then turned around and unalived himself. Now, guys, to me, it's something that is very dark and demonic that is taking place on earth at this time. And it's called a serious spiritual warfare. And no one's perfect, but you do have good people fighting against bad people. Because who you are determines the type of spirit that you inhabit. And it seems that nowadays people's true colors, their true spirits are showing. No matter if they try and hide it or not, the Most High is revealing it. He's showing you who's for you. He's showing you who's not. He's allowing you to be rejected from certain jobs, certain situations, certain relationships. And it's for your protection. Because nowadays, guys, you never know who you're getting involved with. And I'll be honest with you guys, up until a few years ago, I never knew what a narcissist was. Until God revealed to me that I had been surrounded by them pretty much since my whole entire childhood into adulthood. Guys, narcissist carries a demonic spirit. And the enemy uses anyone who is capable of carrying the narcissistic spirit. Because he feels that because of their diabolical, non-remorseful, unrepentant nature, that he can use them to carry out his wicked deeds on earth. And that's why nowadays, guys, you hear a lot of talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse, and people, coming out with their testimonies saying how they just survived narcissistic relationships. It's because during this time, guys, God's people are being persecuted. They're being heavily oppressed by workers of the iniquity. And they're trying to steer you away from God. This is why a lot of you guys are targeted individuals. You're being heavily gang stalked. You're being harassed on your job, in your family, in your relationships, friendships, everything and everywhere you go. Because the enemy is trying to break you. He knows that you have God's anointing. And anyone that has God's anointing is a for sure target in these days and times. So, although this may sound crazy, what I'm about to say, but if you are a target individual, consider yourself blessed. Because number one, although you're facing all of this persecution, the Most High is going to protect you through all of this. And I know that it's sometimes hard to have faith when you're looking around you and it seems that everything around you is falling down. If it's not happening to you, you turn on the TV or you get on your phone or your tablet or your laptop and you go on social media and you see something bad is happening to someone else. It kind of scares you a little bit, but just know that the Most High does not give you the spirit of fear. You have nothing to fear. Stay close to God and pray. Pray like you've never prayed before. Get into his word so you will have full wisdom, discernment, and understanding about the revelations that are happening around you. God will send his angels concerning you, and he will wrap his wings around you. Sometimes, guys, honestly, I get a little discouraged, especially when I see things happening, bad things happening to good people, innocent women and children, and even men. it is a little discouraging. But just stay focused on God and his plan for your life. And I feel that that's where your peace will come from in this world of chaos. You know, speaking of the gang stalking, guys, which is one of the things that many of God's people are facing right now, many of you who are targeted individuals, there's a lot of secret mind control experiments that are taking place at this time, guys. And I'm going to do a video very soon. There's something that I want to talk to you guys about concerning nanotechnology and gang stalking. I have a video coming very soon for you guys concerning that topic. But, you know, there's a lot of secret mind control experiments that are taking place, you know, secretly, behind closed doors, being pushed out into our society. There's a lot of energy harvesting taking place, not only from envious family members, friends, co-workers, etc., but there's also a lot of illegal brain data collection from AI bots and other modern advanced electronics that are taking place, being, you know, conducted by scientists. There's also a lot of secret purges taking place. You know, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of these mysterious unalivings, people flipping out, harming each other, taking the lives of people in large numbers at a time, even family, friends, people in relationships, even co-workers going against each other, harming each other, even unaliving each other. Guys, this is not normal, and this is not a coincidence. There's something dark and spiritual that is taking place. And all of these things taking place, it boils down to not only the signs of the second coming of the Messiah, most importantly, but a lot of this evil taking place also revolves around Babylon's desire to control the masses, mentally, physically, and spiritually. One world, one currency, one mindset, one God. But their God is not the Most High Yahweh. It is Baal, the Antichrist. And this is who they worship as God. And they have a strong desire at this time, because they're being controlled by the enemy, to have everyone turn from God and worship Baal. And this is the demonic spirit that is behind the Antichrist. And guys, at this time, the Antichrist, I feel, is operating on this earth through someone. And I don't know exactly who it is. Because the presence of evil is so bold at this time. You can feel it. You can feel it on people. You can feel it on objects. You can even feel it through the screen. It is very strong. If something's dark and demonic these days, the Most High is making it very, very obvious to you. You can feel it. And especially for many of you out there who are, you know, have the gift of, you know, feeling things. You're empathic. You have the gift of, the full gift of the Holy Spirit. You can feel energies. You can feel things. And in the spiritual realm, you can also see inside of the spiritual realm as well. And there's, you know, guys, there's a lot of cosmic changes taking place. A lot of astrological things taking place. And this is due to scientists opening demonic portals in order to communicate with other species from other dimensions. You know, a lot of scientists feel that if they tap into other dimensions, that they can communicate with these other spiritual beings and gain knowledge. And they know that these spiritual beings are demonic. And they know that these spiritual beings are against the Most High and his people. But in order for them to gain new wisdom towards innovative technology so they can get more money, their own selfish desires, they don't care. They don't care about God's people being persecuted by demonic entities, opening up portals, knowing that these portals are the reasons for a lot of demonic entities that are walking this earth right now. You may not be able to see them spiritually. See them physically, but they're there spiritually. The situation that took place in Miami where the people saw the alien and things of that nature. Guys, a lot of these things are real because a lot of portals have indeed been opened. And there are indeed other species in other dimensions. There's a lot of things that are taking place on this earth that is coming from greed, selfishness, and a diabolical mindset. And these are all indications of the signs of the second coming of the Messiah. Now, on the other hand, guys, on a more positive note, although a lot of these acts of chaos and wicked and mysterious events have and are still taking place, the LA wildfires, the Android attacks, which I feel is also a part of monitoring, gang stalking, trying to keep tabs, because they feel that the more they know about you, the more that they can use against you in order to try and control and manipulate you. That's why many people, especially targeted individuals, are under heavy surveillance and monitoring at this time. And they're getting desperate, guys, to the point to where their tactics are becoming obvious. They're so caught up in their wicked schemes that they're not understanding that many of us, through the works of the Most High, have become highly awakened to what's going on around us. And with wisdom comes great understanding. And we have to understand that these times, in these end times we are living in, that it's very important to pray and stay close to God. And I know sometimes your mind can wander and get caught up in worldly things because there's so much going on right now. But we have to stay strong and we have to keep faith, because if not, we will be so caught up in the things that go on around us that we will become fearful, we will become discouraged, and we will become spiritually drained and lazy if we're not careful. If the Most High wakes you up in the middle of the night, it's because he wants you to go to your special prayer place, whether you have a prayer closet, whether you go to your bathroom, whether you go on your back porch, in the corner, in the living room, wherever you go to pray, your private place. He wants you to go there and pray because there's a spiritual warfare going on, and he wants you to fight in the spirit, because we all know everything happens spiritually before it happens physically. And with all the things that are going on in the world, you can just imagine what warfare is taking place in the spiritual realm. The Most High and his angels against the enemy and his demons. And guys, many of us that have spiritual gifts, we fight in the spirit as well. When you go to bed at night, you fight in the spirit. That's why many of us experience sleep paralysis. We have nightmares. We even have dreams from the enemy. That's why it's very important, guys, when you have a dream, make sure you please go back and pray to the Most High and give you clarification on that dream, whether it came from him, whether it came from the enemy. And if it came to the Most High, if it came from the Most High, pray to him for the gift of interpretation, so you can understand what these dreams that he's sending you, what they mean, the significance behind them. And as I was saying, guys, although a lot of these tragic and dark events are taking place around us, there's also a lot of great things that are taking place as well. You know, many have and will turn from their ways of sin and walk with God. I noticed during this time, guys, the Most High has awakened many of his people, and so many people have turned away from their sinful ways and turned to God. And I've seen full transformation in their lives. And guys, although I'm not exactly where I want to be spiritually with God, I feel that I've come a long way. I see the change in my life. I am nothing or nowhere near how I used to be. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, you know, we all know that the Most High is real. He shows us through his works in the hardest situations. Many will begin to walk with God at this time. Many already have started. Many will begin and already have began to preach the gospel. Many will and many have began to prophesy and do many other great works of the Messiah. So, you know, in contrast to the bad things that are taking place, there's a lot of good things that are taking place as well. It's the shift. See, a lot of things are shifting for the better. You know, God's turning the tables on specific things that are taking place in the world and in your personal life for the better. And those who hurt you, you know, those who were once in authority will be humbled at this time. You will see a lot of people that were in high places be brought to a humbling place. That's why for many of you who feel that the Most High is ignoring you, he doesn't hear your prayers, you feel that he's forgotten about you, just hold on. Just hold on. And guys, I'm trying to take my own advice here, because I do get a little discouraged myself. And I have to remind myself that the Most High is not only with me through my good times, but he's with me through my bad times as well, as with you guys. So just always remember to stay upright no matter what. Don't let the bitterness of the world turn you bitter. Don't let a lot of the dark things that happen around you discourage you. Don't let it take away your faith. Let it make you fight harder in the spirit. Let it make your faith stronger, and let it make you more courageous. Eliminating all fear. Pray to the Most High to take away the spirit of fear if you feel the spirit of fear at this time. Because guys, I know I had to. It was coming to a point to where every time I look around, it was something unfortunate happening, a mishap. And I had to pray to the Most High to take away the spirit of fear, so I can maintain, so I can become stronger in the spirit and in my physical life as well. And I want you guys to do the same. Everything that's going on around you that you're not happy with, that, you know, you view as a misfortune, I wanted to let it motivate you to go stronger. Stronger with your relationship with God. Stronger to become a better person. Don't give up, guys. Continue to fight the good fight. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Continue to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. I really appreciate you guys for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. You don't have to, but you do. And I really appreciate that. All praises to the Most High. I have more content coming your way. Stay prayed up. And until the next video, peace and blessings. Mwah.